Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. I want to thank all of our listeners from all over the world. Please do subscribe and share if you're not already. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to listen to is Spirit Science, and I don't know if you've ever experienced Spirit Science. It's a channel on YouTube. They make an animated show, and step by step, teach you about every aspect of everything. And there's one they do a whole series on sacred geometry.
Love it already.
Changed me. I'm like, oh shit! Like this, it all makes a little more sense now. Like consciousness in the beginning was just could go just this far, and it was observable, and it was a circle. And then he moves over here and goes as far as he can again, and then over here, and then you start getting the tetrahedrons. You start getting the little seeds in there. I'm like, wow. And the way he described it was just mind blowing. My brain is on stupid today.
Yeah, man.
I've been so fucking congested. Is that a sound bowl?
That is. It's a crystal sound bowl.
Hell yeah.
I got a killer story about this bowl, dude. Let's get these messages down.
Yeah, let's knock these out.
And then let's blow some minds with this story. It's going to blow your mind. Blows my mind.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I agree with David. The mood shifts not because you want it to, but because you go from happy-go-lucky to angry, and because you're feeling someone else's energy. It's not because of any other thing. It's because you're feeling an energy you don't understand where it's coming from. It causes chaos.
Yeah, you gotta be able to put, and you know what I've learned to do, bro, is put my deflector shields up. So I am the Enterprise. Deflector shields up, incoming, and you gotta be able to fucking do that. And if you don't,
what are your deflector shields?
Just knowing, feeling that it's incoming, and being like, whoop, okay, fuck, no, I'm doing me. Yeah.
Conscious decision.
Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness of every little nuance, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like that, but I haven't always been like that, rather. But I started out in the beginning, I started to learn about the crystals, and I really felt like I'm in a video game like Final Fantasy VII, and I'm upgrading my fucking stones. And now I have special abilities. I can do shit. And really, I mean, I always think back to that girl who would fucking giggle every time. But she had this ginormous amethyst fucking crystal necklace that she always wore. It was huge. Like, she could knock somebody out with it.
Yeah.
And I know that because she put it in my head one day. I can knock you out with this.
And she's looking at you like, you have the same gift.
Right, but every time she gets close to me.
You just don't even know it yet, and it's so funny.
Wow. And they tell you, Spirit Science in that episode tells you to go and find your local metaphysics shop, walk around the shop, and one of those stones is going to resonate with you. And when you buy it, don't, like, consciously don't look at the message. Like, tell them to fold it up because they'll give you, like, a little what this stone does.
Yeah.
Don't look at that and just hold that shit in your pocket or on your person. Some people put it in their pocket.
Better yet, in the palm of your hand, get that energy.
Well, I mean, for 30 days and see, and then read it and see, reflect back on that 30-day period. Did those changes occur in you? And
don't
every time I've ever done that.
Right, because if you read it like a fortune cookie, right, when you buy it, then you're gonna create that experience, or you're gonna try it. Right,
that's why they tell you
you want to have an authentic experience. Yes.
Yeah. That way you have evidence that it's, oh shit.
Right. Thank you. And you had this authentic experience that was based on nothing. And then you read it and you're like, oh fuck, that's what happened. Oh my god, mind blow.
Yeah, exactly what happened. Let's take these messages.
See, right now we're in a position where we're like stuck in this place, and there's a lot of anger, a lot of animosity, a lot of hatred, and I have to tell you, the last 6 months have been probably the worst 6 months that I can remember, and I just lost my best friend that I've had since I was a baby, and that was really fucking hardcore.
sorry.
But like she said, I haven't been able to process it. I haven't been able to deal with it. But there's just some freaking shit going on out there that I can't explain, and I know that I'm an empath. I've been one all my life. I can't be around things that are sad because I will be the first one to cry. And I can't be around things that will piss you off because I'll get probably madder than most people because it's an energy. I can't deal with the energy.
You know what's funny about that? I surround myself with shit that pisses me off and things that make me sad because I figure, well, okay, well, so reel back. So you had somebody tell you that you had this gift, right?
Yeah, multiple people.
Okay.
Every time I go into a new shop, but sometimes I'll see people. One time there was a psychic in there, and she was like, "Oh, you're the guy that they keep bugging me about." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I kind of thought it was an act, but she was like very specific. Dave, we need to have a conversation about this one day.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's on
the topic. Just on the topic I'm about to bring up. I don't dream. And scientifically speaking, all the research I've done tells me I don't dream because I smoke so much weed. And then I meet people that smoke just as much weed as I do and claim they have these dreams. I'm like, what the fuck? But I've always associated I don't dream with that. And they're like, you have dreams, you just don't remember them.
So are we having such crazy dreams? Because I have the exact same experience that you just described. I'd never have a dream, but I do. Never fucking remember. Never, dude. Like 3 times in my life have I remembered a dream, right? Like once I was able to actually continue a dream, got up, took a piss, went back, continued the dream. But that's like one of 3 dreams in my life. I'm 53. In my life that I remember. So like basically I'm you saying I don't dream, but I do. So are we having such crazy dreams, or are we going places or being abducted or visiting where our mind won't let us see what the reality is?
Right. Sleep is a crazy thing. Is it an agreement we made when we decided to come down here and be physical?
It's not always restful.
Slightly, because I think that you're God, I'm God, May's God, Foxy's God, every blade of grass in your yard's God. We're all
Thank you, brother.
Separate from source, but we are all source at the same time.
Thank you. I worship you and the you inside me and the me inside you and the blade and grass inside of all of us.
I talked to a tree once, and I wasn't on psychedelics. I was actually drunk. I was drunk, and we were sitting out on our front porch, and we had these semi-new trees that our landlord had put in. And one tree was like yelling at me almost. I'm fucking suffocating over here. Like, could you take these off?
Bro, I've talked to trees stone cold sober. I'm training crows right now.
Training crows? I saw a story about a little girl that embraced the crows in her neighborhood and started feeding them. So her parents embraced that and started making these big feeding stations, and they would clean out all the food, and each crow would bring a trinket. Sometimes it was a bottle cap, but sometimes it was a ring. Sometimes it was. I'm like, what? Like these crows are like, thank you for. Dude, I'm like, what?
I'm trying to train crow burglars. I saw that same documentary, bro. So I'm trying to train crow burglars. So I figure
crows. I
figure somewhere there's some chick that's like, gonna take her wedding ring off when she washes her hands. She's gonna set it on the windowsill. So I want my crows to grab that shit.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, most women don't sit their shit on their windowsill anymore because we have designed things through human history.
Yeah.
It allows us to put our rings on these little pedestal things that look like a finger, but it keeps
There
them
you
from
go.
falling into the sink. I'm just saying.
Damn it! Foiled again! Wow, I just rang the crystal ball with my voice right there. Wow.
He's rang the crystal ball.
Can I tell you a crazy story about how I got this? Do we have more messages? Let's hammer through these messages. Let me hit one real quick.
Alright.
It's me.
What do we got here? May the poet coming in hard. Where's she at? Why is it not playing?
I'll just bottom line this in pure English. You cannot dwell on your own feelings. You have to take that out of your life. If that's what you are doing, is dwelling on your own feelings while you're feeling whatever somebody else is, impossible. You do not exist as a human being being an empath. You only exist is when you encounter that person who is dwelling on whatever it is, lost his job, had a bad day at work, was in a car accident, worried about a family member, lost too much money in Las Vegas and doesn't know how he's going to get home. The things that you conceal while you're dressed and smiling and laughing at other people, I get past. I get to see what's really going on with you, and I do not have time to dwell on my feelings. I dwell on theirs, and it becomes a part of me. End of story.
But that's suicide, man.
But
you can't live like that.
Right?
I mean, like, if the CIA was paying you $1 million a year, you could do that for a certain amount of time. But I mean, that is totally, to live that way is completely not sustainable, right? To absorb everybody else's feelings, but deny your own. What are you, a machine? No, you're a human being. So
what is that? Compartmentalization. Eventually,
hello.
you're in the cabinets.
Oh, there's a phrase for it. Yeah, thank you. Right. No.
You're getting more messages.
Where it comes to an art form is you have to take care of yourself first. And this is a Buddhist thing, right? Like if you don't take care of yourself first, you're useless to others. And it's the thing when you get on an airplane and they're like,
exactly.
Bring down the oxygen mask first. Fucking help yourself. Otherwise, you're just gonna die in the aisle, and you're useless. You're just dead weight. You're just in the way now. So don't be that person. Take care of yourself first. Fortify yourself. Make yourself strong. Then go out and fucking fight.
I agree 100%.
I've learned
Another message just came in.
I've learned that the feelings, the thoughts that were not necessarily our thoughts. We think it came out of my brain, it's my thought. But when you realize that other people's thoughts are coming through you, you don't have to attach to them.
Straight up. And you know what's even more powerful, bro, is when you realize you don't even have to attach to your own thoughts. Because some of my thoughts are really negative about myself.
Well, if you're calling them your thoughts, then you're attaching Dave to them, so they are your thoughts.
Yeah, no, there's these little clouds. There are these little clouds that pass through my brain, and I have no attachment to them. Thank you very much for pointing that out. There are these little clouds that start on the left, they go to the right, but guess what? Then they're gone. And if I don't identify with it and put my name on it and write my name on it, which takes effort, it's a minuscule amount, but it's a decision, right, bro? Like, I'm not going to identify with that thought. That's not me. And even if it is me, I reject you, and that's not what I want to be, right?
I've had some weird thoughts. Weird thoughts. Hold on.
I totally agree with you, Dave. I think that is completely a possibility because stress will do really horrible things to your person. And if you're feeling the stress of others and not dealing with the stress of your own, that's going to take a toll on you. So you need to quit focusing on people around you and focus on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to a place where I was like, you know what? Fuck everybody else. And that was a decade ago. So, but I guess at that time, that's what I had to do, was just focus inward, because I hadn't for so long,
I was the same way. One day things just started clicking, and once I pulled one peg, the shit started falling. And I'm like, God damn it! I tell people every time I get an answer, I'm left with 10 more questions. But it was about. Yeah. I'm 44. I'll be 45 in September. I was about 37, 36, 37 that it all really started to click. Like, I had all this evidence, but I didn't know what to do with it. I kind of researched the dragon thing a little bit, but none of it clicked for me. None of it made sense to me. But then more pieces fall.
Same time as when I started clicking, when shit started making sense, same time. And then I didn't tell you this part, but so I was 42, so same window, basically, right? Mm-hmm. 42, I moved to Oregon. I got busted growing weed in San Francisco. They shut my whole block down. Helicopter, fucking, like and I ran, so I was a fugitive. I stayed on the same block, but I evaded them for 8 hours till the morning, and I surrendered. But it was horrible. Like, oh my God, I got a feeling of what it's like to be a fugitive, to not be able to go home, mm-hmm. to hope that they don't shoot me in the fucking head because I did run. So, like, even though I went at them with my hands up, like, they wanted to hurt me. But they didn't, and that's white privilege. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. That's extreme white privilege. There's 24 cops, and not one of them fucking shot at me.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Exactly, but it did not happen. They did not even neutralize me with their P-32 regulator. I could not believe it.
So, suicide by cop is out of the question. Sorry, bro.
So, when they raided my place, though, like, I have a family heirloom that's like a Civil War era cap and ball rifle. That's the only weapon I had. That's the only weapon I had, dude. They raid the place. One of them's like, he's got a gun. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's going to take me 10 minutes to load it. I don't even know if I can load it.
If I had the black powder. If I had the fucking black powder and the ball, you see the dust? Then I don't. Yeah.
I got a marble.
Are you kidding? Like, fuck you, Pop. You over fucking testosterone. So that was one of those, like, 22-year-old, too much testosterone, probably taking steroids, probably just got out of the military. Like, nothing against cops, but we need the right ones. Right ones. We need the right ones.
I agree.
Well, and then the right cop came in. He was like 45, smooth. He looked like Don Johnson. Right? Like, hair slicked back. He comes in all cool. He's like, man, how old are you? I'm like, 42. He's like, really? You doing this shit, bro? Come on, man. Get your shit together, dog. You got to get back in school or something. Like, what are you doing, man? And he sat me down, and it's like, you're right. You're right. And he was.
You better get your life together, man. Do it now.
That's it. He woke me up. Gave me the wake up call, bro. Oh man! I didn't want to hear it, but it was what I needed to hear, right?
Yeah. They're chiming in left and right. We got Foxy Lady.
Let's do it. I've been growing weed straight for 20 years, then finally I got busted. Let's hear these people.
And then now you can do it legally. You're like, God damn it.
Go figure. And Kamala Harris did not want to let my record get wiped clean.
Damn. Kamala Harris.
Oh, man. I got
Usually, in
personally.
my experience, if I remember a dream, it's usually going to end badly. Those seem to be
Right.
the ones I remember when I wake up. Are the ones that end badly, which is probably not a laughable thing. But if you don't laugh at shit, man, it just drives you crazy. And I'm not gonna be that girl, you know. You can't call me crazy because I know how I feel. I just can't put it into words sometimes, and I don't always know where these emotions are coming from, but I know that I feel them, and sometimes they're tougher than I am, and that's saying a lot because I'm pretty freaking tough. But there's just some energies out there, you know, and you can't dismiss somebody saying they're having empathy or having an empathic pulse just because it isn't the same as yours. We're all different. We all interpret things different, and life is about interpretation and how you deal with that interpretation.
I would even venture to say that, man, I know we were all born on this planet, but I don't think all of it. I think we came from other planets. You know, like this might be our first time here.
I know I did. I know I did, bro.
I think you did too, because you know your people have met back up with you. I stand outside with the sign. We got these really strong flashlights to fucking try and pinpoint them and shit.
Like, I don't know why.
Experiment's over. Come get me.
I don't know why, bro. But so as far back as I can remember, I've always been like, take me, beam me up, Scotty. Like, I grew up watching Star Trek, and I was like, beam me up. Like, and I still think that, like, and I've always thought this, even back as far as 8 years old, even if I could go one way and never come back, fuck yeah, without a doubt. Bam, I'm gone. Hell yeah. How could you not?
It's
Right?
definitely tempting. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever do CE5?
No. Salvia.
No, CE5. It's an app for your phone.
Oh.
Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I love him. I just watched Undisclosed with a buddy of mine the other night.
Undisclosed. So you're aware of CE5. CE5 is the app. It's a program that they have. They have the CE5 events, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind events. CE5. And he has an app that teaches you how to do it. There's meetup groups on there that you can find the CE5 enthusiasts in your area, because it's believed that when there's more of you together, I've never done it, but I kind of want to.
I kind of want to too, but you know what's happening? Like, even when you're saying it, a dissonance happens.
A dissonance?
Like, I'm feeling myself getting spacey, getting separated, getting detached.
Oh, shit.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't feel like myself anymore.
No, weird. Like I don't want to do it. Like, there's resistance. There's built-in resistance. And I don't know
that
what
concept? You think that was programming?
Dude, huge resistance. But
Or do you think...
I'm a curious motherfucker. So I want to do that, but my whole body's going, no.
That's kind of crazy.
Right? It's really weird. Like, this is, my whole body's all fucked up right now. All tense. My hand's not shaking, but my whole body's tense. Like, my whole fucking core, my whole, your solar plexus, my whole solar, all tensed up. Just since you mentioned that. Weird.
What would you attribute that? I mean, let's unpack that. Does that have to do with you're on a mission? Like, they tried to program that life, that world out of you? And
I don't know. That would be the first thing. That would be the first thing I'd want to explore. Like, I would love to explore hypnosis, right?
I mean,
to
because
see what I can see that I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're from there, you'd think that there would be some kind of safeguard put into place to say, we know when you get there, Dave, you're going to feel this way. So just know there's that safeguard there to make you stay where you're at and complete your mission.
Right. Yeah, no, you didn't come, right? Yeah, so that would make sense. But then, certain people listening to us be like, dude, you guys are so freaking high.
All right, thanks for tuning into another episode and another thing with Dave. Please follow, subscribe, and share. I'm on all social media and another thing with Dave. And keep seeking the truth.